What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, kicking it back to another character's beginner's combo guide. Today we are going to be going over against the top tier who doesn't see any play, and that is Gotenks. I've been playing Gotenks for a few weeks now, and I actually really want to do this combo guide to show you guys that he's a lot more accessible than a lot of people think. I will not downplay the fact that he is a hard character to play optimally. His loops and things like that are very, very difficult to pull off. You need to know the super jumps. You need to know how to cancel this, and properly. They're difficult, but I'm here to show you that this character can be played without them as a startup, and you can still get a ton of mileage out of this character. So, without further ado, let's hop into the tips. So for tips with Gotenks, really, I only have a few. One is to utilize the Z-change mechanic, and what do I mean by that is Gotenks actually has a lot of fantastic options to get himself out of there at a moment's notice. He even has things that are very great in terms of Oki and mix-ups. You can even do stuff like this full screen. I was a little slow, but you see what I'm getting at. Gotenks benefits very greatly from the Z-change mechanic, and I highly implore you to fool around and mess with it. And he has some great stuff for just getting them out of there and going in for like sliding knockdown and things like that. You'll see much better routes in the actual combo list and all that. Second is learn Ghost Oki. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. Square button is the top right, triangle button is bottom left, or square button is top left, triangle button is bottom left. Circle button is top right, X button is bottom right. Once you figure that out, you are good to go and you are golden. But you can just do really anything. Really anything. What I do recommend is just avoid the X button when it comes to whiffing. You can hold the buttons for Ghost Oki and let go of them, but I find that to be a little difficult. It really all depends on you, figure out what you like, but Ghost Oki is a lot easier than people give it credit for. Trust me, learn it, it makes the difference. Now when it comes to setting up Ghost Oki, you want to do something like this. Well, I messed it up, hold on. And that way, they're still in sliding knockdown, and you're ready to go with your Ghost Oki. You can do the JH and then backdash, but it's a little slower and it's easier to mess up the meaty. So I highly recommend just go into practice mode and just learn how to do the falling JH in order to get that off. And then last but not least, I'm not here to show you the optimal routes. I don't even know most of the optimal routes myself. They are very, very difficult. But there are plenty of things that you can do with Gotenks to pick them up at a beginner-friendly pace. So I highly recommend playing in point if you're going off this video. But if you want to learn the higher, more optimal, more damaging combo routes that you can get with Gotenks so you can play him in any position that you want, I highly recommend checking out the Cool Kid and Alucard. And links to their information will be down below in the description. They're two of the best Gotenks players that I know and watch personally, and I think you guys would get an absolute kick out of checking them out for all the tips that you need for playing Gotenks. So, with all that said, without further ado, let's get into the combos, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys, and I'll see you at the outro. So in the end there in the advanced route, I hope my message got across that once you basically get the understanding of what you can do with your assists, and you pretty much just enter sandbox mode with Gotenks, you can just kind of do whatever the hell you want. Go into this, go for sliding knockdown. Bam, I just got a free level 3 easy with Trunks and Beer since they're both command grab based characters. Once you get that down, once you understand what you can do with these, hell, even... Woo. It's not a lot of damage, but I just got Gotenks out of there, and now my both my assists are resetting, and I can go for level 3 for hard knockdown. Once you have that understanding, you can just enter sandbox mode with Gotenks. The one thing that I will say that will be beneficial is, I should have mentioned this in the tips, is just utilize feinting the beam. Because you can easily go for some cheeky 2Hs and things like that. Overall, Gotenks is a lot more accessible than a lot of people give him credit for. He is, I will say, even at the end of this video, he is a difficult character to play optimally, but if you can learn some pretty basic and generic routes where you can just get some nice, solid damage out of him, that's really all that should matter with this character. Like I said, make sure you check out Alucard and the Cool Kid. Links to their stuff will be down below if you guys want to learn some more optimal Gotenks stuff and tech. And yeah, hope this was informative. I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you.